You just decided to become the Ashkenazi Chief Rabbi of Israel, one of the two highest rabbis in the country. You are not a rabbi. You are not Israeli. You are not Jewish. You start anyway. You are 20 years old. The plan will take nearly 40 years. 2 languages, 11 exams, 1 ritual bath, 1 vote. You sit. You do research. You figure out the rules. Israel has 2 chief rabbis, 1 Ashkenazi, European tradition, 1 Sephardi, Spanish, North African, Middle Eastern tradition. You pick the Ashkenazi seat. The law gives you 4 steps. Step 1. Be Jewish. Orthodox standards only. Step 2. Be between 40 and 70 on election day. Step 3. Hold a certificate as a city rabbi or religious court judge. Only the Chief Rabbinate issues it. The institution you want to lead controls its own door. Step 4. Win the vote. A 150-member assembly decides: rabbis, mayors, ministers, members of parliament. Steps complete. 0 of 4. Step 1. Become Jewish. 3 years. It starts at a door. You join a synagogue, an Orthodox one, because Israel's Rabbinate only recognizes Orthodox conversion, and only from courts on its approved list. In the U.S., the Rabbinical Council of America. In the U.K., the London Beth Din. Wrong court, and your career dies on a paperwork check 35 years from now. An Ashkenazi one, because in Jewish law, Ashkenazi runs on custom, not DNA. A convert takes on the customs of the community that converts him. Convert Ashkenazi, you count as Ashkenazi. The law never defines the seat by blood. Loophole 1. The rabbi turns you away at first. He has to. Testing sincerity is the job. You keep showing up. He takes you on. You move within walking distance of the synagogue, because observant Jews don't drive on the Sabbath. You change your kitchen. No pork, no shellfish, no mixing meat and dairy. Kosher law. You change your week. Friday sunset to Saturday night, no phone, no driving, no cooking, no light switches. Sabbath law. You pray 3 times a day. You fast on Yom Kippur. You clear every crumb of bread from your home on Passover. You take classes, Jewish law, prayer, Hebrew, hundreds of hours. Year 1, you learn the rules. Year 2, you live them. Year 3, the community signs off, because they watched you the entire time. That was part of the test. Now you stand before a Beit Din, a court of 3 rabbis. They test your knowledge, Sabbath, kosher, prayer. Then they test the only thing that matters: sincerity. A fake motive kills the conversion. By now, your answer is real. This is your life. Circumcision, witnessed by the court. Already circumcised? A symbolic drop of blood instead, also witnessed. You accept the commandments, all 613. You immerse fully in a mikveh, a ritual pool, while the court watches. You come out with a Hebrew name and a certificate. You are 23. 3 years in. You are Jewish. Step 1, done. 3 to go. Next stop, Israel. Because everything you still need only exists there. You go to the Jewish agency. You slide your conversion certificate across the desk, because Israel's law of return grants citizenship to Jews, and it explicitly includes recognized converts. The Interior Ministry checks your file: study hours, community records, letters from your rabbi. You pass. You land in Tel Aviv. A clerk hands you a plastic card. Teudat Zehut, Israeli ID. You are 24, 4 years in. You are Israeli. Now, language. You enroll in Ulpan, state-run intensive Hebrew school, the flagship one in Jerusalem, because right now you can barely order falafel. Hebrew. 1 year of drills, flashcards, radio you half understand. Aramaic. Language number 2. And it never really ends, because the texts that will swallow your next decade were written in it. Now the long part. You will study for the next 14 years, day in, day out. You enter a yeshiva, a Torah academy. The study hall is loud, hundreds of men in pairs arguing at full volume, jabbing fingers at open books. That is the method. You get a study partner. You get a volume of the Talmud, 1,500 years of recorded legal debate. Year 1, you drown. Year 3, you keep up. Year 7, younger students start asking you the questions. You started at a beginner academy in Jerusalem, built for late starters like you. Then comes the biggest decision of your career, disguised as a school choice. Israeli Orthodoxy runs in 2 camps. The Haredim, ultra-Orthodox. Black hats, strict observance, distance from the secular state. The religious Zionists, knitted skullcaps, army service, full integration into the state. These 2 camps fight over the Ashkenazi seat. Your next yeshiva stamps you as one or the other, permanently, because only that camp's political machine can carry you to the top. You choose religious Zionist. You enroll at their flagship yeshiva in Jerusalem, founded by the very first Ashkenazi Chief Rabbi. Side chosen, no switching later. You get married, because every Chief Rabbi in history had a wife at his side. Because you will spend a career ruling on marriage law, and the voters expect you to live what you judge. You move into a kollel, the paid study track for married men. Same hall, same arguments, now with a stipend and a stroller parked outside. One winter afternoon, you hit a short passage about converts and positions of power. You read it twice. You close the book. Problem for another decade. You look up. You are 38, 18 years in. Step count, still 1 of 4. Time to fix that. Step 2. The age window. It is just a clock. It opens at 40. You are 38. It solves itself. Step 3. The certificate. This one does not solve itself. The exams will take 4 years. A friend gets ordained by a world-famous rabbi. Beautiful ceremony. Signed certificate. He applies for a state rabbinic job. Rejected. Because private ordination is worth nothing to the state. Every government rabbinic job runs through the Rabbinate's own exams at its headquarters in Jerusalem. The exams are built on the Shulchan Aruch, the 16th century code of Jewish law, plus the Ashkenazi commentaries on top. That code becomes your desk companion for the next 4 years. 6 written exams: Sabbath law, kosher law, marriage, family purity, mourning. You pass all 6. Certified neighborhood rabbi. Not enough. You keep sitting exams. 11 total, plus an oral in front of examiners who have heard every answer 1,000 times. You pass. Certified city rabbi. Still not enough. 1 level left. Yadin, Yadin. He may judge. Civil law. Money disputes. Divorce. It makes you a dayan, a judge on a religious court. It is the credential chief rabbis are made of. You pass. You are 42, 22 years in. Step 2. Done. You aged into the 40 to 70 window. Step 3. Done. 1 to go. Step 4. The votes. Getting them will take 15 years. You are 45, elected city rabbi, a real salaried state position. Because that is the classic springboard. The current chief rabbi launched from Netanya, a predecessor from Tel Aviv. You are 49, appointed judge on a regional religious court. Divorce files, money disputes, day after day. You are 54. You reach the great rabbinical court, the supreme religious appeals court in Jerusalem. Alongside the day job, you build the name. You publish rulings other rabbis cite. You write books. You take public stands. And you court the religious parties, dinners, favors, alliances. Because step 4 is not won in public. You are 57, 37 years in. Behind you, 10 books of Jewish law, a seat on the country's highest religious court, hundreds of party dinners, 5 kids, and a wife who carried this plan for 3 decades. One step left. It gets decided tonight. Election Day. Jerusalem. The hall fills with the 150 people who own your fate. 80 rabbis, most of them city rabbis like you once were. 70 public officials, mayors, cabinet ministers, members of parliament. Secret ballot. On paper, they vote their conscience. In reality, the deal was cut weeks ago in back rooms by the party machines. Because that is how it always goes. The 2024 result came out of an agreement between 2 party bosses. This time, the machine's candidate is you. Your camp is united. The whip count says 78 votes. You need 76. Then your rival's man stands up. He doesn't attack your record. He doesn't say your name. He opens a book. He reads. You know the words. You found them yourself, decades ago, one winter afternoon. Then you closed the book. Deuteronomy, chapter 17. A king must be appointed from among your brothers. The Talmud stretches the verse. Converts are barred not just from kingship, but from every position of communal authority. Maimonides, the towering medieval codifier, wrote it into law. Positions of authority, a category called serarah, require being born to a Jewish mother. The standard law code adds the last knife. A convert may not be appointed judge over born Jews. The chief rabbi is, by statute, the country's top religious judge. 37 years of your life hit one sentence. Your side answers. Some authorities rule that an elected, term-limited office you can resign from is not serarah at all. Because the public consented, no one is ruled against their will. Rabbi Moshe Feinstein, one of the 20th century's most respected legal minds, once permitted a convert to head a Torah academy on exactly this logic. The loophole exists. On paper. It has never been tested in this room. Number of converts who have ever held either seat, 0. 150 faces do the math. An untested loophole on one side, a verse of the Torah on the other. The ballots go into the box. We don't know how your story ends. History says you lose the vote. History says you never reach the room. Somebody has to be first, though.